Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I'm your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products, and they are the sponsor of tonight's show. And you can find them at www.rawhairorganics.com. And today is episode 109, and this is a very special show. And it is Melanie's birthday we're celebrating today, but you guys are getting the presents because we have a big announcement at the end of the day today.
What?
So
I don't get presents for my birthday?
you had so many presents. Hey, Rhett, we're here. Actually, everybody's here today. Hey, Instagram, if you're
We've
here
got
on Instagram.
with sparkles on her nose.
And but we're all here. We're here. Rhett's here. I'm here. Melanie's here, and Murphy is here as well, and she's behaving so far. Hey, Rhett, on my monitor. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure so we didn't have a. Hey, there we are. So we didn't have a problem.
I can't tell because these lights are
It's
blinding.
right. We have new lights in here today. Boy, it's bright. So, like, I wasn't unphotogenic enough the way it is. Now
My face was shiny before. Now it's really shiny.
Yeah, I know. I hate looking at myself. Don't say that.
Then don't.
Stop. Don't say anything.
He's flexing in the mirror all the time.
I'm gonna start anyway. So yeah, today is a big show. We're celebrating Melanie's 29th birthday. She got lots of presents. Got this present. Tell us about. Ooh, that's nice, and it
Nobody
fits.
can see because Murphy's. Well.
Or is it a little tight?
Well, it's better. This friend of mine, I don't know what she's thinking. She always gets me an extra small, and I'm not
an extra
small. So it fits, but you had to bring out the good old Spanx and support, that company. So yeah, I don't know, just for me to feel comfortable because it's actually a dress. I thought it was a shirt, but it's a t-shirt dress, and it's really cute though.
Oh yeah,
Murphy's
it is.
Head is in the way.
I have no idea what it says. We still haven't figured that out. It says something on there.
I don't know what it says, but it's cute. It's got the sparkly shoes on there with pearls and rhinestones, and it's very cute. So I wanted to wear it, and but yeah, to feel comfortable, I needed a little extra.
A little extra help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That happens to us all when we turn 29.
Yeah.
It does. So how was your week at the salon? Any good interesting curl stuff happen this week? How are things going there?
Going good. Let's see, what can I think of? The weeks are so busy, it's hard, now to think back of something that stands
specific,
out.
Yeah,
specific, because my days are just crazy. But I didn't post these pictures yet. I did a 6-minute updo. So that was kind of cool because I had a client that came in and she was just down for color and a haircut. She's got wavy hair. She doesn't have real curly hair, but she's got wavy hair. And sometimes we scrunch it up wavy and sometimes we blow it out. It depends on what she's got going on. And it was Saturday. All of a sudden she said, actually, I'm going to have you put my hair up today because I'm going to a function. And
by the way.
Yeah, by the way.
It's a 10-minute thing,
yeah,
right?
Hello, that's an extra, normally an hour's service, but why not? Hey, I love to work under pressure. So, sure, of course, absolutely. So I did it in 6 minutes. Sabrina timed me because my next client was waiting. And anyway, but it turned out really cute. I'll post the pictures tomorrow.
So Martin Parsons would be proud?
Yes. Martin, you're my mentor.
I don't know if he watches, but
no. But if he does, hey,
he's the king of the updos.
He is.
I actually interviewed him at least once. I might have interviewed him twice.
He's awesome.
Yeah, but I haven't. If I can figure out how to get that on our YouTube channel or in our Facebook group, I might do that. We'll see.
Definitely one of my favorites. And
Dude's got skills.
Man, I've learned
mad skills.
And he's bald.
He's bald,
but man, can he whip up the updos and design dresses like nobody's business. So yeah, I've learned a lot from him over the years, and it comes in handy when you dig deep.
Yep.
Thank God I didn't lose my mind yet, and so I was able to pull some tricks out of the back of my memory.
Yep, yep, yep. And nicest guy in the world.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So do you have any fun facts for us this week? Anything good?
Well, in celebration of my birthday, we got together with some friends for dinner. But before that, we went to an art display of paper dresses, and that was so amazing.
Hmm.
I had heard about it. They're dresses from the 15 and 1600s, basically.
Basically, yeah. Hmm.
And this French woman, artist, has recreated them from portraits and stuff out of paper, just different kinds of paper, and they are amazing. You can't, I mean, they look like material, and she does the jewelry and the purses and the shoes, and
Hmm.
oh my gosh, it was just really awesome. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, yeah. It's got a lot of skills. Yeah, it was at a big museum in town. It
Hmm.
was actually built by a friend of ours.
Mm.
I meant to take a picture of it, because where it says, founder, blah, blah,
Yeah,
I'm like, she actually admits she knows us, which is kind of cool.
Myra.
Myra.
Yeah, she's
Mrs.
awesome.
Mrs. Daniels. Yeah, she's
Hmm.
wonderful. Yeah, actually, interesting woman. Yeah, she actually built this museum and Philharmonic Center in Naples. And one of the most interesting things about her is her husband is the guy who created, he was a marketing guy. He created the Marlboro Man. So he was if you've ever seen I think it's an HBO show, isn't it? I don't watch TV. The show Mad Men,
Mm.
the Don Draper character is her husband. It's
Hmm.
based on her
Hmm.
husband, which is kind of cool. But it's funny because I've never seen the show because we don't watch TV
Mm.
in my house. We don't watch TV.
Hmm.
But anyway, so yeah,
So,
she's a really neat woman. Really neat woman.
oh my gosh,
Where's
I
your
lost
necklace?
my necklace.
Uh-oh.
Did you see it laying around?
No, but there's nobody around here, so we'll look.
Oh
I'll bet
my
you it's in the
gosh.
car.
That was my gift. I was just going to say also, I got so many nice gifts. Terry, my employee, got me this really cute necklace and some other stuff, a journal, and her
But
husband.
she's already lost
I
it.
already lost it, Terry. Oh my God. Oh my God. I
That's
just
not
went to
funny.
feel. I was going to show. It's so cute. A little
Uh-huh.
paw print and a heart. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it fell off.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'll find it. And anyway, and her husband made a fabulous lunch for me because he's a great cook. And Julie forgot her gift, so I'll get that on Monday. And they brought me cupcakes
Hmm.
and cinnamon buns, and I gave up
So you
my
gained that 5 pounds back
yeah.
from your sugar fast.
Yeah, so much for my sugar fast, but I'll be
So much.
starting again tomorrow. And thank you to all of you who sent birthday wishes. I appreciate that.
Like hundreds and
Yeah,
hundreds.
yeah. So thank you.
That's
That
very
was
nice.
very nice.
Hmm. Okay. All right. You want to do some questions?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Melanie, as an expert hair colorist, what do you think looks best on curly hair? Highlights, pintura/painting, balayage, ombre, all over color, as in changing someone's color to something completely different? What are your thoughts?
Well, that's
Is that
kind
a
of
hard question?
yeah, that's kind of a funny question actually. Because you can't really answer that. It's going to depend on, more than those are techniques. So it's going to depend on whose hair you're working on, their curl type, what they have previously, their face shape, so there's a lot more that goes into making that decision than just picking. But highlights, pintura, balayage, that's all highlighting techniques. The pintura is just another name for, painting the highlights on, basically curl by curl, which is similar to balayage, same thing, painting of the highlights on. Ombre is just a form of balayage where you're leaving the roots
Hmm.
darker, so you're shading from darker to lighter. So, those are all very similar. And then, of course, all over color. Well, I personally like to use a technique that wasn't mentioned, but it's something I kind of created.
What's that?
And I call it my reverse balayage. So I'm using, because most of my clients are gray, so I'm not working on these younger girls that don't have gray hair and you're just highlighting. So
Hmm.
typically I have to do color and highlights. And in order to preserve the hair and keep it as healthy as possible, and here we're in the sun and the salty air and the chlorine all the time with the pools and all that, so hair gets, lightened or bleached out very easily. So I started this technique that I call the reverse balayage, where I use color on the roots and then paint the I paint a color to do more of a low light, which gives a highlight low light look.
So you
So
can so you can basically, if I'm saying this right, are you basically highlighting hair with color?
I'm low lighting here with color,
So
but
it's not as damaging as
correct. But
ah.
when I use that technique, it actually it makes the other hair that was already lighter look like a highlight. So it's a really awesome technique that I came up with. I really started it when the economy crashed and people were struggling to be able to pay for additional highlighting services. And then I just, realized this is a wonderful technique, and I've continued it to offer that because it keeps the integrity of the hair better because I'm just using color instead of bleach. And so I'm not really highlighting, so they get the benefit of that look that, at the end of the service. And you'll see that on most of my pictures, the hair looks highlighted and low lighted, but a lot of times I've just done that where I'm using color for the roots and then doing color painted on low lights.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Okay.
And that's because, let me just add to that little side note, I can do that because of the color I'm using. So, because I'm not, it's very conditioning. It's, the non-ammonia organic hair color. If somebody were going to do that with traditional hair color, you would want to use more of like a demi or a toner or a refresher color that you would typically use on the ends of the hair.
Okay. Okay. I think that answers what we're looking for. Okay. What's the worst thing you can do to curly hair? Is it highlighting, coloring, straightening or flat ironing, or something else?
Well, if you're gonna, the worst thing that I can think of is actually the hardcore relaxers.
Mm-hmm.
Not that many people do those anymore. Well,
Is that so? Is a hardcore relaxer, is that different than straightening?
it's permanent straightening.
Okay.
So some people refer to that as a perm because it's like taking basically a solution that's as strong as doing a perm, but using it to straighten the hair. So it's much stronger than just like blowing your hair straight or using a flat iron.
Mm-hmm.
It's stronger than doing a keratin smoothing treatment. So that would be the number one damaging process that I would say.
That would be
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
So don't do that.
Mhm.
I take it you don't do that at your salon, huh?
No, we
No.
don't. And we just had a girl that came in. Man, she was young. She was in high school, and her grandmother is a client and brought her granddaughter in, and she had a lot of breakage from that because she had been straightening her hair with relaxer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Melanie. What do you personally like doing better in your salon? Cutting curls, coloring, complete makeovers, or major transformations, or is it something else?
Hmm. Yeah, I do enjoy the major transformations, which would be the complete look of coloring and cutting because, sometimes somebody comes in with just for a haircut and I'm looking at their color going, oh, I wish I could fix that. Or vice versa, they come in for just a color and I'm looking at their curls and saying, oh my gosh, And normally I would talk to them and suggest, you probably need to schedule a curly cut if you can, and I explain what it's all about and how it would benefit them. So, most of the time they would come back for that. But it's kind of a bummer when you're only doing one service or the other and you know that it could make the whole look so much better. So, yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy, and it's fun because they're like, it's so gratifying for them. They're usually, so surprised and
Mm-hmm.
so shocked in a good way. So it's fun. Yeah, I enjoy that. I
How
enjoy them.
often do you get those?
Pretty often. Yeah, pretty
Really?
often. Yeah, because normally a lot of times like new people that are coming to me are coming for that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's the farthest someone has come to visit you at the salon for a curl makeover or a curly cut? How do you have any idea?
Hmm. Well, I have the one girl that comes from the Cayman Islands. gosh, I have people that come from all over the world. Canada. Trying to think of what would be the furthest. We've had some from Germany.
Cayman Islands is farther than Canada from us.
Is it?
Yeah, Canada's probably 2,000 miles.
Huh.
It's got to be
Okay.
close to that.
Well,
Wait a minute. No, it's probably more like 17 or
I thought
18.
the Cayman Islands were pretty close to us. Hmm. Well, anyway, I don't know. We've had some people come in from Germany. Boy, I've done some, from, oh, I've had some like from Romania and Russia, different countries.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, not
farther.
that they're flying. Can't say they're flying all the way there just to get their hair done. They've come to visit or come to, vacation or something, and then they've come in and gotten their hair done. But yeah, those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a hint as the show goes on. I might give you another hint too, but I'm going to give you guys a hint about what the big announcement is tonight.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to give it at the end of the show.
Oh, everybody was asking me, by the way.
What the big
They were
announcement
all
is.
trying to break me
Yeah,
down, and I said, I honestly didn't know. I don't know what the surprise is. I said it's a surprise for me too.
I kept answering everybody that asked or made or had a guess all week. I told them it's better. It's better. And it was kind of funny because it reminded me of the 16 Candles movie where he's trying to get his buddies to shoot the pictures in the middle of the night, come outside and take a picture, and they're trying to guess what it is, and he kept saying, it's better. So I kept doing that all week. It's better, and it is better than anything. But one of the things I'm going to tell you that people guessed, a lot of people guessed, and they thought that we had made a deal that we had finally made a deal to open up more raw hair organic salons across the country, and it's not that.
Not yet.
It's not that.
It's funny you referenced that movie, though, because I just referenced it as well this week when I had my younger male client in, and he was saying, oh, he's got to go up to, where are they from? Cincinnati? No. Like New York, for his orthodontist appointment. And I said, why don't you just go to somebody here? But anyway, and then I was just joking about that movie. I got my headgear on.
Do they even have that nowadays? People still have headgear?
They do, but he doesn't have that because he has Invisalign.
I did.
I said, your teeth look good. I don't know. How much more do you need?
I had headgear. God, it was
I did
awful.
too.
But my teeth look great, thankfully. Okay, what else have we got here? All right. Okay, Melanie, I'm assuming you must know some tricks on how to dry curly hair faster in the morning. What tricks or tips or maybe techniques can you give us to dry curly hair faster?
Is she licking the bed or is she licking her
Licking the
paws?
bed.
Oh my God.
Now she's licking both.
Okay, so to dry the hair faster. Well, the first thing that I recommend is doing like we teach in the salon, using either the flour sack, microfiber towel, t-shirt, paper towel.
You can find those on the rawhairorganics.com website in the raw curls section. We sell those flour sack towels embroidered.
Yeah, after you put your products in your wet hair, then you're going to scrunch. Sherry called it blotting. I say scrunch or squeeze. Give a squeeze to that hair to remove that excess water and set and lock the curl. And that really helps the hair to dry a lot quicker once you do that, because you're taking out that excess water. Also, another trick is like we use in the salon, the hooded dryer. Some people have purchased those for home. You can get just a little countertop one for quite reasonably, or, the full-on, one on tripod wheels.
If you live in the area, we have a couple in the garage. We'd be more than happy to sell you.
Yeah.
That we never use. They're brand new. They're sitting in the garage.
I tried to sell.
Two or three.
I thought one of my clients was going to buy one.
I'm so sick of tripping over them.
They work so quickly. So you just, sit under there in like 5 minutes, and it takes most of that extra water out. And then, you can finish by air drying, or you can completely dry under there, and it doesn't take very long at all. So those are a couple tricks. And then, of course, using like a turban wrap, like the plopping. So that definitely helps to dry the hair quicker.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you, before we go to the next question, I'm going to give you another hint of what it is not.
Uh-oh.
A number of people, professional stylists, guessed or hoped, or
I'm
both.
I'm telling. Oh, guess who was the first one that was really trying to break me down? Terry. She's the worst. She can't handle surprise. She gotta know. She gotta know. She's always got to unwrap everything right away.
Uh,
No,
she's
gosh.
probably one of those. She was probably one of those kids that's searching for her Christmas presents and stuff. Can't
Mhm.
wait.
Mhm. Uh,
I never ever did that. I never searched. Nope, never ever.
uh-huh.
I can wait.
I didn't either because my mom took it back a few peeks. So yeah.
Ooh,
Mhm.
yeah, you don't want to do
But oh
that.
yeah, she was trying to break me down. She thought she got a special favor because she works at the salon. But
No,
I said, honest to God,
uh,
I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know what
the
surprise he
only
has.
people
I have
that
no
know are
idea.
our marketing team because they had to put everything together. But I'll tell you what.
And
A
Evelyn.
number.
Oh man. Well, I was supposed to have a surprise for you tonight. Evelyn and her friend Rita were in the salon, and we'll have to do it next week. Sorry.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Am I happy or
Yeah.
not?
Oh, it'll be fun.
That's not what I asked.
It'll be fun. Rita, I'm gonna do it. Evelyn, I sure, good
God, they're
ideas.
gonna do
And I
they're gonna
hope
like
they
shave
had,
my eyebrows or something, right?
yeah, we need to cut them. But Evelyn had a Zumba-thon this weekend, and her friend Rita. That's why she came to the salon, and
I can't do it. I have no Zumba skills.
I
I
wish I
can't
could
do.
go. I love
I
Zumba,
can't.
and she's
I can't do it. I don't have
awesome.
those. I'm not.
They were
No.
raising money for Alzheimer's. So anyway,
No.
we donated, and I hope it went well. So
Okay.
okay, what's the
Okay. All
what's the
right. Well,
clue?
here's what it's not. Here's a clue of what it's not. Number of stylists asked or hoped, I should say, that we were now going to have Raw Curls products available in Cosmoprof, and I'm sorry to say, no, that's not it. However, I've got something better than that.
Mm.
And we've opened up. We have a couple of spots left. No, we have more than a couple of spots. We have probably 7 or 8 spots left. Melanie is holding her next Raw Curls Academy this coming 4th of July weekend. It's Sunday and Monday, correct?
Yes.
Whatever those dates are, I don't have them in front of me, but that is open. If you're listening on podcast, you can send me an email to ken@rawhairorganics.com. If you're interested, you got to get your deposits in. And or if you're watching on YouTube or in the Curly Girls support group or on Instagram, you can send me a direct message and say, I'm a professional licensed stylist and I want to get into Melanie's Raw Curls Academy, where she will teach you everything: wet cutting, dry cutting, curl by curl cutting, product application, a lot of your tricks. A lot of your tricks. It's the most comprehensive curl training that you will
A
find because they
little
teach
bit
you
of
everything. A little bit of color if we
color.
have time, but it's jam packed.
Yeah, I
We
really
found
need
this
to
out.
make it a 3 day.
Yeah, the last couple times we
The
did it, we
but
bumped it down to 2 days instead of three. We do it once a year, and because there's so much, they are full days. They're not
yeah.
like, we come in at 9 o'clock and have coffee and donuts for the first half an hour and then break for lunch at 11:30. No, they're long packed days. You will not leave after those 2 days saying, God, I didn't get my money's worth.
Mm. You're working my kind of hours.
Yeah, you're working her kind of
Oh,
hours, but
fun.
you learn it all. It's the most comprehensive training you'll get because you learn all the different techniques, all the different major disciplines or techniques. You learn them in that weekend, and it is at the
It,
Naples, Florida salon. Easy in, easy out.
your
Real
mind
simple.
will be
Your mind will be
bursting.
bursting, but if you want one of those spots and you are a licensed stylist, you better message me because I think there's 7 spots left and you got to get your deposits in. So that's that. Okay. So yeah, not going to be in Cosmoprof, and I don't think anytime soon. However, we do have salon pricing. You can message me, and one of the people on our team will get back to you on that. Who handles that? Okay, Melanie. It seems like a lot of people are embracing their grays, and the younger girls are dyeing their hair silver. Would it be damaging to my curls if I wanted to go quote unquote ice white? Do you know that term?
Well, that would be platinum.
That would be platinum.
Yeah.
That sounds like bleach. Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
So, yes. The answer is yes. That would be damaging. So, depending again on what we're starting with, what's on the hair, I mean, if somebody has gray or silver or white hair, or if
Yeah.
if we have to remove color, but yes.
I'm going to ask a really dumb question, but I
Okay.
can't be the only one that's thinking of this. So there's a lot of women who are trying to embrace their grays, embrace their silver, um, and having to give up color, and a lot of them really really struggle with that. Obviously, for obvious reasons, they've been coloring their hair, and all of a sudden they're going to let your gray go in. That's got to be months and months and months of
Yeah,
oof.
it's
So
horrifying.
so my question is, could you, as somebody does it, could you dye their hair silver or quote unquote ice white to match their outgrowth as it grows? Could you match it, or would it look goofy? Is it too hard to match? Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You know what I'm
yeah.
getting at? As it's coming in, so you're just matching.
Right. I know. People think that a lot, and they think that you can just like remove the color and then their hair is like what it would be underneath, and that's not true. It's now changed. We've, stripped that pigment from the hair. It's been colored and bleached, and so it's not like we just take the color off and woohoo, you've got your gray silver hair. No, that's not how it works. So, and nowadays it is possible because we do have gray and silver hair colors and toners that are these grays and silvers and charcoals, so it is much easier and better than it used to be for sure, but we still have to remove and strip whatever's on that hair first and then put these colors on, so and they're temporary, they're not permanent, so it is hard to match a natural color. We can get like I get close. That's kind of the technique that I use on men a lot of times where they have salt and pepper, but it's more salty, and I add the pepper to it. So I just use a demi or a semi-permanent color, and usually a demi. So then I am just blending some more of the pepper, the darker color in there to
Mm-hmm.
make it look, less white. And I do this also on a client of mine who has a white patch in the back of her head. And she has salt and pepper through the rest, but all of a sudden she just developed this like big white spot in the back of her head. So now I do the same technique on her where I do a demi, um, very gray color to blend
Mm-hmm.
it in with the rest of the hair. So we do have the tools to be able to do that better than we ever did before, and I have on people where I've
Mm-hmm.
like highlighted a lot and then toned with one of these silver and gray colors. It is more helpful than it used to be. But I still find like mostly I end up highlighting and lowlighting people and then less and less with the lowlights and just, let that natural gray come in and try to just blend it gradually and let it grow out gradually. And then like you're saying, and then I may put some of that toner on the ends just to blend it as we're going through the process because it's kind of painful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you ever do it?
never.
I would never either. Never.
Nope.
Never. I'm going to be like 95, and I'm going to be rocking it just like I am now. That receding better frickin' stop. Ugh.
You're going to use the Grecian gray?
No, I'm still doing the high. Nuh-uh. No, I'm doing real.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're high maintenance.
I am. I am.
Well, that's like my mom too.
But I
Her
take care of myself, and I'm not going to skimp on my hair.
oh,
Why should
a
I?
skimp. You don't pay anything.
That's what I mean. I'm not going to skimp.
Um. Anyway, my mom's hair came in now, and it's all gray. And Julie was wondering if she was going to leave it like that, and I said, I doubt it. I doubt it. And the very next day, she called and said, "Guess what? My doctor said I can color my hair." So she's like already ready to color her hair.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. Oh God. You haven't seen her. I'm going to ask that question since we're kind of on that topic. For those of you who don't know, Melanie's mom has been dealing with cancer for the last, I don't know, almost
Since June.
since June, about 6, 7 months or so.
She was hot.
Eight
Well,
months.
she was lightly diagnosed in last May,
Yeah.
Mother's Day. And then she got re-diagnosed and hospitalized
Yeah.
in June. So I kind
Yeah.
of go off of that.
So she went through chemo, lost all her hair, and now it's coming in. So,
Ooh,
um,
she's still going through chemo, but it's a different concoction, a different protocol. So it's less aggressive. She
Yeah.
chose to not go through the aggressive treatment any longer because it was just too hard on her and it
Yeah.
was an awful experience. And
Not like I did.
you almost didn't
It
make
was
it out
awful.
of the hospital. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
she chose to not go back to that and she's doing great.
Yeah. Yeah. But so the question I was going to ask about that is,
Hmm.
as far as hair color, have you seen her hair since it started coming in? I can't remember.
Yeah, she sent, well, yes.
Does she need to have it shaved off like you did to me? I mean, is so it could since she's still doing chemo and it's coming in, is it going to be that weird? See, when my hair came back in after the last time I was sick, it came in and then Melanie had to shave it all off again because it was
He didn't want to let me. He was attached.
oh,
It was fuzz.
it sucked.
So, a
It's really
perfect
damaged.
example of chemically fried hair. It was just mushy fuzz. That's what,
Fried from the inside.
yeah,
Right.
this was fried from the inside, but that's what it's like. It's just this weird, it's just like mush. And it was even kind of blonde.
It was blonde.
Yeah.
It wasn't silver, it was blonde.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I talked him into letting me cut it because it just was not, that was not good. So we cut
My
it off.
head's not a great shape, and I'm lucky because
It's a cone head.
nobody in my family, the men,
Maybe it got dropped
have
on your head.
are bald. Oh, many times when I was young. Oh God.
There we go.
Oh God. But
That would explain
yeah,
it.
my luckily I'm not in my old age. I'm not going to lose all my hair. So because my head is not
I don't know, you're receding
attractive.
pretty good.
Oh God, it's all the stress. Stop it. Yeah. You guys don't think I can hear
Fonzie.
you giggling? Stop. Anyway, so what? What do you think? Can she color that, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, she she didn't go through that same experience for some
No,
reason. When her hair started
because
coming
it's a
back
lesser
in,
chemo, probably not frying it as bad.
yeah,
Different cocktail.
she wasn't on it as long as you were either. That
Oh yeah.
aggressive treatment wasn't as long as what you had. So I'm thinking that's maybe what affected her differently.
Hmm.
But no, when her hair started coming back in, it was a little mohawk. It was hilarious. It was
I
really
saw the
super cute.
pictures.
Yeah. So she said, I don't know what's going on. I have a weird colic. All the hair is pushing to the center of my head and standing up. And it was just hilarious because
Yeah.
my mom can totally rock that. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
said, oh my God, it's cute. But now, no, she has like a full head of hair, and it was the last picture I saw, it was short and spiky, like a little pixie. Actually, it was probably about 2 inches long. So, even longer than a
Yeah.
pixie. And now she told me it's curly. So it is coming in curly. I haven't seen, she tried to send me those pictures, but was having a hard time.
Yeah. How
But,
funny.
oh, she can join our curly group.
She can. Yeah.
All
Yeah. We
right.
can let her in. What are we
Okay.
at? What are we at, Red? Time
Questions.
wise? We're
Questions.
at 30. All right, I'm going to do two more questions, and then we're going to do the. We're actually have two announcements. One's a big announcement, and one's an announcement. Let's do
Oh.
that. Okay, Melanie, when you hire a curly hair stylist at your salon, do they have to go through your training before they can cut curly hair in your salon? I'm just curious. Asking for a friend. Wink, wink.
Hmm.
Sounds like somebody looking for a job.
Oh, good. Well, yes, and we are looking to
We are
hire
hiring,
somebody. Man,
yeah.
we've been trying to hire somebody since last April,
Hard to
almost a
find
year.
It's hard to find talented curly hair
Ah,
specialists, and we could use a couple more. Anyway,
yeah, yeah. Curly,
so
I'll just be happy with a good, talented hairstylist. I
yeah,
can train them to do curly.
hmm
Yes,
which is the question.
that's the question. So the
Yeah,
answer is yes. Even if well, I haven't had somebody apply that has curly hair training, that's certified through another company, but I would still, yes, make them go through my training.
yeah. What's interesting is that what I found is that a lot of people don't, especially in the online world, people don't realize that you are a diva trained stylist.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I am.
an actual diva trained stylist.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And you know what else? And we should probably film this, and we got to have a little conversation about this internally here. We talked about this a couple of months ago, but you were actually going to go over to the Weedad flagship salon in Fort Lauderdale with Chadwick and Shadow Him. Weren't you talking about that? Maybe hanging out there, or
Yeah,
was he going to come by us? I can't remember. We had that conversation. What was the? Did we come to any conclusion on that?
hmm.
Is anything going to happen?
Well, yeah, Chadwick and I have, become friendly, and so Anyway, well, we wanted him to come over here and launch his
You
diffuser.
took it out of my. That's what I was
Yeah.
getting at.
Mhm.
Is because I'd like to really film that. It's supposed to be ready. It was supposed to be ready this month, right? I thought he
Mhm.
said March.
Yep.
I'll hit him up today. He sent you a birthday wish, so I should.
Ah,
I'll respond
he
to him.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So thanks, Chadwick. Yeah,
Mhm.
we are always learning from each other, and whether that's, from a show or,
Mhm.
what we can share with one another. It's hard. Our schedules are busy, but, we're always sharing information back and forth to better,
It's good for everybody.
yeah, to better our careers. So,
It's good for
yeah, we
everybody.
have no problem sharing techniques with one another. If you find something that, works really awesome,
Mhm.
yeah, we're very open to helping one
Yeah.
another out.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think that, that everybody kind of in the curl business that keep to themselves and are hiding everything, and it's just not that way. It's just
Yeah. And
there's so many clients, and
yeah.
nobody's stealing clients from anybody. It's just
And I love,
just not.
that we can be like, hey, what do you do about this? Or what do you think about
Mhm.
that? And it's not a big deal. And, we don't look down on anybody that, is like that where we're sharing. And so, you feel very comfortable, just asking if there's something, like I said, that you can learn, why not?
Mhm. Yeah. All right, let's do one more question and then we'll get into the announcements. Okay, Melanie, there is always back and forth arguments online about how we should show up to our curly haircut appointments. How do you personally want people to show up, and how do most stylists want their curly girls to show up for their curly cut appointments? Good question.
Yeah, well, so everybody's probably going to be a little different on that. Again, as far as their preference and what they like to work on. But we just tell people, we don't make it really complicated, but we like people to show up how they would wear their hair curly. I don't tell people to not put product in it because then, then you're not really seeing, like my hair would not look the same without product in it. You would not see my true curls. So I kind of like that. I want to see how the hair looks the way that they wear it and how that curl lies. Um, because even if you're dry cutting, and let's say someone like if I came to a salon and didn't have any product in my hair, it's not going to look nearly as curly. And even if they cut it dry, then once they wash it and style it, I'm going to have a lot more, shrinkage, and it's just not going to lie the same as when they cut it. So my preference is to come how they would wear it,
Okay.
curly. What I don't like, and what I can say no stylist would like, is if you come with it straight. That's a problem. We have to wash it, and at least wash it and, sit you under the dryer and, put that curl back in. Or even with it pulled back.
Mhm.
People come with it pulled back in a tight ponytail or something, and it disrupts the curl pattern.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of a problem.
Is the best so is the so you answered the question how you like it, but is the best answer ask the stylist who's going to be holding the shears to your head how they want you?
Absolutely. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
we, have the receptionists trained when people are coming in for the first time for their curly cut to tell them that, how we want you to come in with your hair, how you would normally wear it. And sometimes people will ask, do I have to wash it that day? No, you don't. It can be second or third day curls. That's fine.
Because you're going to wash it anyway, right?
Yeah, we're gonna wash it that day.
Yeah.
I've had some people actually, oh my gosh, like one of my clients, whose hair is like this? I can cut it dry. Not combing through it, but I'm, raking my fingers through and I'm cutting it dry, and it looks amazing when I'm done. I mean, she's like, oh, you don't even have to wash it. I'm just gonna go like this. It's crazy. Like my hair would look
That's
like
cool.
Mufasa. Yeah, it would be nuts. But her hair looks amazing. And she's one of those natural grays. But yeah, she was just in this week and she's like, I'm in a rush. I've got family coming in. I've got all this running around to do. So she's like, you don't have to wash it. It looks great. And it did. But like how is that even possible? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
To add to that question about the hairstylist,
Yeah.
working at my salon,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't want somebody to not apply because, if they have curly hair training, that would be amazing. But they certainly would be interested in learning, on top of what they already know. are the
Yeah.
techniques that we use.
Yeah, and if you refer a stylist to us and we hire her, I will reward you richly with Raw Curls products. And think of it this way: if we don't get a couple more stylists, and then Melanie can't free herself up for the summer to travel the country and cut curly hair,
That's right.
got to free her up. So you get a bonus two ways. You would get Melanie maybe in your area, and you get bunches of free product. I'll take care of
Cool.
you. So, okay, all right, let's do our announcements. I'll start with the minor ones first. First of all, we had been talking we're going to bring on some more guests, but we had gotten some new software and our new system, and we had to make sure that we had everything taken care of. And it looks like we have that worked out, right? Rhett, are we worked out next week? Yeah, so it looks like next week, if I can confirm, we'll have a live guest on, and we'll be doing live Q&A. Hooray!
Oh.
But that's all I'm going to tell you about that. So keep that in mind for next week. Second announcement for those of you I talked about with my Rawganics. I know on podcast you can't see, nutritional supplement launch that I had also started a podcast called Hopeless Diagnosis, where I talk about my story and tell you my story of my cancer battle of stage 3B cancer 3 times in 4 years, and tell you the whole story and what I use and whatever, and all that good old stuff. We started that. Brett's going to post a link right now in the comment section if you're watching in the Curly Girl support group. He says it's there, and there's a link there
He's
to
on
the
it.
first episode is there. The second episode will go live on Wednesday, right? So there'll be 2 episodes this week. And next week, but you got to listen to the first 2 or you're not going to really get you need to listen to the first 2, because next week we start episode 3. We start getting into the nitty gritty. So, but you got to have the background. So check that out. You'll tell your friends if anybody you think would be interested in that kind of information. It's fun. I do the very best that I can to keep it light and fun. Speaking of light and fun. Oh, it's only on iTunes right now, not like this podcast is on a million other. Yes.
Where do you
Speaking
think
of
you're
fun.
going? Come on.
Okay, yeah. Rhett says throughout the week it'll be on the other podcast platforms, but right now it's on iTunes. So they approved it pretty much right away. So it must be good. I think that's how it goes.
Oh.
It's definitely not how it works. I'm going with it.
That's what you
That's
think.
how I'm going with it. That's how it works.
He's pretty proud of himself.
I am. It's a lot of work. Okay, so that's the second announcement. Now the big announcement. This
my
is going to be the
gosh.
biggest announcement of the year
No.
in the curly hair world. Oh, I
How
can't
do you
think of
know
another
that?
one, because last year when we did it, it was nobody had anything like it. So the announcement is, drum
Yeah.
roll please. Do we have a drum roll? We have any sound effects? We don't have any sound effects. We have everything but sound effects.
Murphy's freaking out.
Murphy's excited. This is the announcement of starting today is the Day of Curls giveaway season number 2 launched. Sponsored by Raw Curls and the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. One of the top curly salons in the entire country. Our Day of Curls giveaway, let me tell you about it. For those of you who were not around for it last year, we did season 1 last year. And what we did is we give away a multi-$1,000 giveaway of a full curly makeover, including, will you sit down, Murphy?
Nobody wants to look at your butt.
Nobody wants to look at your butt. So you might want to look at mine.
No,
All right, moving on. Don't wanna
that's
get
in the
to-
Rawganics.
All right, okay, yeah. Anyway, for those of you who didn't see season 1, what we did is we gave away, we had people sign up to enter, and we randomly picked a winner for a full day of a curly makeover. And all expense paid. We picked a winner named Misty Richmond out of Ohio. I think the Toledo area, basically. And a lot of people, was really funny when we announced this and started promoting it. I saw lots of people in the online world said, no way are they doing this, this is a lie, this is a scam, and whatever.
Oh.
And nope, it sure wasn't.
Mm.
Misty Richmond from Toledo, Ohio was our winner. We paid for her, we flew her in on a Saturday morning and on our private jet, and
Oh.
picked her up in my Lamborghini and
Mm-hmm.
took her to the salon and gave her
Yes.
a full curly makeover. And she got cut. Did she get color?
Yes.
She got
Color,
cut,
highlight.
color, highlights, styling, sent her home with a bunch of products, and then I drove her back to the airport, dropped her off, and flew her home. Did it all in the same day. Long day for her, long day for us, but we filmed all of it. And
That's pretty
Rhett,
awesome.
you have that link, Rhett? Rhett's got that link. If you're watching live in any of our platforms, you can click on that link if you want to see how it went. And it's all on there. But this year we're doing the Day of Curls giveaway a little bit different in season 2. And it's going to be a lot like, for those of you who remember the old show on, I don't even remember what channel it was on. It was a cable show called What Not to Wear with Stacy and Clinton. And they used to have people submit to them.
I'm like Stacy and
No-
you're like Clinton.
I love Stacy. She's so much fun. But they were a lot of fun. I am not that much like
Yeah. He's
I'm
like Clinton.
stylish like Clinton.
Uh-huh.
That's about where it stops. But I love the show. We watched like zero TV, but we watched that all the time when it was on. Love that show.
Yeah, we used to watch
We used
TV.
to, yeah, back in the days when we had
Yeah.
time. But that show, what they would do is people would nominate people, or some people nominate themselves, and they'd send them in, and they would pick people at random, and and then just show
Well, we're
up
not
on
going to
them.
just show up.
So we're not
can't
going to
do
show up.
that.
We're not going to show up on them yet, but that might be season 3.
That could be fun.
That might be season 3. We'll see what happens. But what we're doing this year is you can nominate yourself. Rhett's going to post a link in the comment section. Can you do it in all the platforms, Rhett? Okay. Okay. Rhett says on YouTube it will be after. What about Instagram Live? Can you do it or no? Cannot on Instagram. You'll have to go to the Curly Girl support group. You know what else you can do? I forgot. Jocelyn told me. You can go to the rawhairorganics.com website, and the sign-up form, she said, tonight will be right on the homepage. And what you do is you go there, you sign up. It'll ask you a bunch of questions about your curls and whatever, and it'll give you a space where you can type out
No,
why
I thought they're
you think.
supposed to nominate. No, you don't nominate
Well,
yourself.
you
you
can't-
nominate someone else who's
You
in
can
need.
nominate somewhere else, but you can nominate yourself as well. But we're looking for people to nominate other people
Yeah.
and tell us why,
Yeah.
why you need it, and post some pictures as well. There's a place where you can post pictures in there and tell us why you need a Raw Curls Day of Curls makeover. And we will on the May 27th show, which is that Memorial Day weekend? I think. Sure, he says. Whatever I say, I believe that's
I don't know, because that might be.
that's right before we leave for the
that's the
Orlando
weekend,
Beauty
yeah,
Show.
the Orlando Beauty Show. So whatever.
Yeah.
No, that might not be
Well,
accurate.
Yeah, I forget. It might be the next weekend, but I know it's that
No,
Monday.
it might be the weekend before.
Yeah, right. But it's that weekend. We will announce the winner. So, like I said,
Okay.
yeah, that is. So it's the Memorial Day show. We'll announce the winner, and you'll whoever the winner is, the lucky winner is, will get a curl all expense paid trip to beautiful Naples, Florida, and we'll get a day of curls, and we'll fly in, fly out, and like I said, it's the real deal, because if you look in the link that Rhett shared, you'll be able to watch last year's, but this one. There's a problem with the link, but I don't know why. With what, the video link or with the sign up link? He's got it.
Well, this is something that we do usually every year for Mother's Day too. So in
Yeah.
the salon, we always ask for people to nominate, somebody
For a Mother's Day
that's
makeover.
in need, that
Yeah.
needs a makeover.
Yeah. So there's an area in the sign up sheet where you can tell us why, and give us some pictures. And I talked to, just before the show started, I talked to Jocelyn, who's in charge of our media marketing team, and she said she already had some people who were interested because she put the link on the website right before the show started, so you guys would have it.
Oh.
And she said literally within minutes there were 2 people that signed up for it already. And she said, "Let me take a look at the pictures," and all she said was, "Ooh."
Oh.
She's like, these people could use it. I'm like, great. Okay, so this looks like it's going to work.
Oh, good, good.
So you'll get Melanie and her. Yes,
that's
that's the big announcement.
Wow.
It's a big deal. I mean, it's
That
worth
is.
a couple grand.
Yeah.
Okay. Rhett says if you are on mobile, you cannot click the link to what? Watch the video. Okay. 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 If you're on on your desktop, you can go right in the chat wherever you're watching this, and you can, on Facebook, and you can click through. If you're on mobile, you can't. You'll have to go to the rawhairorganics.com website to sign up and enter, and it's right on the homepage. You'll see it right away. It's right on the bottom. There's a whole big thing, and it tells you about it. So that's it. So we're
Cool.
excited, and you'll get Melanie's whole team, and it was a lot of fun last year. Rhett filmed the whole thing, so you have to agree to be filmed.
Oh yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of fun?
Yeah, we did. It was.
Rhett didn't have a lot of fun. It was a long day for him.
Oh,
It was a long day of
gosh,
filming.
with a big baby. Come on. Oh, jeez.
He said
You
it was
didn't have
fine.
to do anything. Set up your camera.
See, nobody appreciates you, right, Rhett? Nobody.
We did all the hard work.
Oh, so that's it. So anyway, so that's one of the most fun things of the year. So you've got you've got a couple of months here to sign up. So, but I would do it the sooner the better. And give us a good story. Don't give us a 6-paragraph story. But tell us a little bit, and then we'll pick the winner and
Cool.
announce it on the 27th show. So anyway,
Okay.
all right, that's it. Okay, we'll wrap it up. You got any parting thoughts for us?
Nope.
Miss Melanie?
I don't
Nothing?
think
Murphy,
so.
you got any parting? You look tired. Don't you have to go for a walk or something?
She's been good tonight.
She's been good tonight,
Thank God.
People have been asking how come Murphy hasn't been around and she hadn't been behaving. She gets bored, if we're not paying attention to her. But tonight she's been really good.
You've been a good girl. She promised me she would be good
She
for my
promised.
birthday.
That's good. Promise for her
Oh,
birthday.
well, that was my other fun fact.
What's
I
that?
talked about part of, I got distracted when I realized I lost my necklace.
Yeah.
The other gift that I got was from you, and next week we're going to
Yes.
see tap dogs, and I thought it was like dogs tap dancing.
So did
I
I.
didn't know what it was.
It's not. It's like a male burlesque show
Ooh.
in tap shoes.
Yay! Awesome. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun. Don't ask Rhett. It's not tap dancing dogs.
Woohoo! Yay!
It's good to be you.
We'll let you know. It's next Sunday, so we'll let you know on Monday.
She'll take pictures for you, Rhett. Gee, thanks. All right, so there you go. You got all that news. Check out the podcast on Hopeless Diagnosis. You get to hear my story and all that fun stuff and whatever. Powered by rawganics.com. And I think that's it. So, all right, we'll see you next week for episode 110. Really looking forward to your entries. Boy, this is going to be fun.
Should be
I
good.
really hope this works as well as I think it's going to.
I
And
think it'll be much better.
I think so than last year. Yeah,
I
doing
like
it this
someone
way.
that needs a makeover.
And I'm really looking for
That was a
season
perfect
3.
question. It was like a segue
Yeah.
into it, that question earlier.
Yes. But boy, I hope this works because if we can do season 3 and just show up at somebody's house, it's gonna be awesome.
That would be so fun. But that means, well, then it would have to, yeah, but then I wouldn't have my team with me. I don't know. Or just
well,
for
we might.
to nominate
We
them.
RV it. If we RV it and we'll go full out queer eye for the straight guy thing on him. Yep, show up and it would be a lot of fun. Murph, what are you doing?
She says,
I can-
show's over.
She says show's over. She's had enough of this. She's had enough of this. So is half this team. So, all right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us and have a great curl week.
Bye. Have a great week.